So this video is going to be about ingesting sculpts from an external source, a blend shape artist or a vendor, and then outputting a QC of some kind, like a ROM or a dailies, showing the difference. So I'm going to be using the sculpts that we ingested from the scans, so the brow raise shapes here. And first of all, I'm just going to export these. So in the Sculpts tab, I'm just going to hit Export OBJs. So you select the folder that you want to export to and click Select, and then that should export them. So in the script editor, you'll get a little printout saying that the shapes have been exported. So let's take a little look at what we've got. So in that folder, we've now got a OBJ file per sculpt. So I've reopened an older version of the rig from before we made those changes, and I'm going to go ahead and click Import OBJs and select the folder where we exported our shapes to. So that's imported each of our shapes as a separate mesh and given it the prefix that we've specified here. So I need to make sure that I've got the right blend shape node in here, and then I'm going to select our sculpts and click Ingest Sculpts. And once that's done, I'm going to hide our shapes. And what you should have now is the rebuilt targets, and each of them should have a blend shape node with the sculpt as a target. And just to make sure that's worked, let's go ahead and activate these shapes, and yeah, that has reapplied our sculpts. So let's say that we want to now output a daily to show the difference that we've made. If we go over to the QC tab, down here in Technical ROM, we need to first give it our DNA file and specify the bake config that we used, and click Use Bake Config just in case there's any shapes in here that have additional combos. We're going to select our targets and click Selected Sculpts down here, and then click Create Tech ROM. So once that's done, you should get a little printout in the script editor saying what it's keyed and that it's finished. And if we scrub the timeline, you should see an annotation over here. So let's just move our control panel over here so we can see what it says. As the face animates, it will tell you what shape is being activated and what control is being used to activate it. Up here, it will say whether it's the original or the sculpt. So it will first activate the shape, and then it will activate the sculpt so that you can see the difference. And then it'll turn it off, and then it'll go to the next one, activate the sculpt, and so on. You can change the size of these or the placement so that it's a little bit more readable. Scale this down a bit. And then you can do a play blast of this scene to produce a daily for use in production. And it's also worth noting that if you don't have Select Sculpts activated and you click Create ROM, that's going to give us a ROM of everything. So it's going to look at the DNA file and all the combos, and it's going to go through every single one, every single shape, all the combos. This readout will give us a really clear indication of exactly what's being activated, and it will go into a lot of depth, so you can really be granular about checking that everything is working in the rig correctly. And then if you want to reset the anim, you can just click Reset Anim over here, and that will delete all the animation from our controls. It won't delete the keyframes on the blend shape nodes, so you'll need to do that manually by selecting all the blend shape nodes and cutting the keys manually, and then you can delete the annotation. So lastly, on the subject of ingesting shapes, say you decide you want some additional combos or additional shapes that aren't already in the bake config that you used. You can just go ahead and add some shapes in. So let's just give this an arbitrary name, test shape 1, test shape 2. Make sure you don't have a trailing comma. And then let's say we just want some extra combos. So I'm just going to copy and paste this one and give it a description. Let's say this is going to be eye cheek raise plus test shapes. And then we can just type in the name of our new shapes. So let's say that's the combos that we want to make. Save this as a new file. And let's specify our new config. So first we need to disconnect the rig. That's going to tell you when it's done. That's going to delete all the existing rig logic so that we can recreate it. And then we're going to click reconnect, making sure that we have add missing targets ticked. This is going to give you a confirmation saying what it's going to rebuild from. And when that's done, if you look in the script editor, we'll have some printouts here saying that it's added these shapes. So we have our test shapes and we have our test combos. And if we take a look in the shape editor, down at the bottom here, we have our test shapes. So you can see that these are already connected. And what they're connected to is this node called control expressions. Here is where we have the list of all our main expressions. And down here we have our two new expressions, and we can activate this, and this will activate the target. And if we were to activate that with, say, cheek raise, you'll see that the combo is also activated when this one's activated. So all the rig logic gets set up automatically, and you can now ingest shapes into these new combos if you needed to.